Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard.
You.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
What's that? 19! 54 Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
6 yards.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brian Burns with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the... yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2, stop. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Haywood! 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Go.
Allen now looks to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On the ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Good, yeah.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's caught. Nelson. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Allen.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Money. You. Money. Yeah.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Grant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
22nd. No, the last event.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Yeah, that was the early beat.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble. touchdown for the Panthers. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check 41. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't begin.
From the gun on third, Watson. And this is Cook with the ground. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Kept running.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, Steve 6. Number 53. Mike 53. No gain on that defense. No gain.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Delta.
53. Check 53.
Go.
Allen from the gun on third down. He completes it to Nelson. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Switch gears. Check three.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. The defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Mike 47.
Here we go. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Now Allen. He's going to look deep for Moore. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go, boys.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it. 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down, New Orleans.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Josh Jones in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Watson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. It's caught at the 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Bravo.
To the air. Allen. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Watson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
How you gonna score up on the Bucks like that?
From the gun, here's Watson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
You should have scored on there. But you still not supposed. I did the same thing. I was beating somebody just like that. I did not go in the end zone. I fell at the fucking goal line every time and just kicked the field goal. I'm not trying to just do it again.
I'm not gonna hold you. I choose I did kick 2 field goals, but it probably was too.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line.
I watched the game. You was up 30-3 still playing.
I watched you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Morstead the punter out to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
You got to worry about beating Saints first.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Another run here with Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Who's Green Bay? Don't hit me in the potty with him? That JT?
Yeah, but he hasn't been here.
Allen now from the gun on 3rd down. Caught by Nelson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Running right, here's Sanders.
Down
inside the 40, about the 38. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Grant looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
This my shit, just like I said last year and this year. This my motherfucking
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. You can have a division this year. I'm
gonna have it every year.
Next year, you on your shit. Taking this shit. Especially with Curry. Curry gonna be like an 8-something overall.
So 3rd and 2. There's quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
He got off on the Bucks.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flushed out right.
Ah, fuck that up.
To go with it, and he goes down.
Ah, fuck that up.
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Step. Oh, the ball is out. Watson
that
lost it.
bitch lucky.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On first down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You know, despite the score,
what are you doing? Hitting fucking time out
on
this
the road
shit.
in just one big play
Hell
away
no,
from getting
yo.
right back in this game.
Oh, damn.
Right
He's wasting my
along with you
fucking time
because
out.
the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Kamara. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of
No,
that,
just keep
but now
hiking
they're
and
looking
hauling.
at
That shit is
third down.
annoying. Look, it's not even no pressure. Just keep fucking firing.
They're working against a very
Keep
mobile
doing that
quarterback,
shit.
but all day long they kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's how you
Keep
play.
doing that shit. Why the fuck you keep doing? Keep getting on my nerves. It is a rule for that shit, and he keep doing that shit. Shit being annoying as fuck. I told him that shit last week. I said, yo, stop doing that hike and haul shit.
From the gun on third
I was
down.
all over that shit.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down with the first down.
Damn,
And a
I
late
was
flag
on
here,
that pick.
too.
That would be my pick.
And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
That was on me.
I just watched him do that.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. A toss to Murray. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be brought down somewhat
why they keep
awkwardly
getting
here. And a
flagged?
late flag is... Well, I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Two face masks. That's what I can see.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz to try to add the PAT.
Niggas got a fucking bailout, guys. These fucking penalties, man.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
3 fucking bailout penalties.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
You keep hit stick. Tackle that man.
This stick should have made me face, man.
I'm saying, but you
try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They start on the ground here.
Boy, shot you telling me that nigga phone. You gotta reline a nigga up. That's for sure time in that game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
That shit cheap,
without
bro.
that shit,
Yeah, it was keep it contained and blitz the edge.
He can contain it though. He can do it. He only getting away with it because the fact that with him having a escape, it's going to give him that animation every time.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was
like he
stopping
can
the
hike that
run
bitch
game, how they
down.
done it so
What
successfully.
you whining
To me, it
for?
seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know,
Fuck out that
when they do
outside.
those,
I got corners with them, man.
plays that
I
these
ain't worried
guys
about
like to
that.
run, the best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So come up here on 1st and 10. Run, it's Sanders. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40.
I don't know where he's from.
And finally brought down at the 38. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
How many times
I have seen his name before, but I don't know who
and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's
was
quick
that name?
and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole.
He wasn't young?
Can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed. Not
He
just
wasn't
outletting
young.
people
Yeah,
in the
he
secondary,
was like
but
30
led to a really nice game.
And this time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's rare. Like somebody our age or younger.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Grant. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Sanders. Room here to run. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Unless you just come into the front.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, lock it.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check.
They'll try the left side. Grant. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits 0.
Grand boy fast as shit.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Tighten up. 2-3. 2-18. Chop it.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I already know how this job. There you go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 27, Watson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll look to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion. We're just shy of the marker. Going with a screen for Murray. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The open man is Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Going to need something special here on third and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? And this ball is caught.
Oh, my God,
it's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime.
This nigga's so bad, yo. Insane, yo. Yeah, fucking see.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I was just about to say that same shit. You can do that shit, I'm going to just a shot his ass.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Right here, right here. Get it.
Back to throw. Allen. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Zoo.
To throw is Allen. And he's going to swing it up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
What is my play at?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime, obviously a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Ready up.
47, Mike, 47. You let me
Go.
Let's go, baby. Hey, check Mike 47. Check that.
First throw of overtime for Allen. Hauling it in, Nelson. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ready.
Allen now on first down. He's got Smith here. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now Sanders. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Mike 47. Mike 47. It's a party now.
Greystone travel.
He's checking. Crash.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Play action. Now it's Allen. He gets it to Thomas. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Can't believe you just popped this shit.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson, his first throw of OT. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it.
Yeah, I'm not.
And they work this well up. Field across the 45.
Hey, 19. Here we go.
What?
On 1st and 10, Watson. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And an alley to run. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 2nd and goal, Watson forced out to his left.
Yeah,
it's intercepted.
It better not be called roughing the passer.
Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The quick slant caught.
Nothing, nigga. You fucking bum.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.